My name is Andoh Quarm, and I was born in Ghana, in Nzima particularly, on April 4th, 1935. So you could see that I am an old man, 87 years old. Anyway, I went to school in my native tribal area, the Nzima, and I finished my elementary school there, and I felt that I wasn't complete in my education, although this is what the colonial administration had for us. In other words, when you finish what now they call junior high school, and that would be it. And so I took correspondence courses from Oxford, and I didn't finish getting the qualification that I wanted. In other words, I wanted to sit for the general uh, certificate of education. But what happened was I found it very difficult to have a correspondence course in England where I pay my fees, they send me the lessons, and then I read and then answer the questions and send them by mail. Anyway, whoever has done a distance course before knows what I'm talking about. At any rate, I went to sit for the uh, ordinary general education examination, and I didn't do well, but at least I passed French. I was surprised. Anyway, I joined the railway department, worked for the government as a clerical assistant, and then finally ended up in Accra as joined the foreign service. I was posted to Niger, Niamey, and then Lomé, Central African Republic, and Khartoum, where Nkrumah was overthrown. I was sent back home from Khartoum in Sudan, and to be honest with myself, I felt harassed by the administration through the military intelligence, questioning and harassing me, that I had sent uh, secret messages to Kwame Nkrumah in Guinea. And this to me was ridiculous because the one who did it was my ambassador. And unfortunately, I, uh, I did not accept any of these charges. Finally, I was sent to a special branch, which is more or less the equivalent of FBI in the United States. And then it was there that I was held for 30 days after questioning me for all that they could have shared from the military intelligence. They put me in detention. I was there for 1 year, and then I was released, but was told to report every day at the special branch office. I did about 2 weeks, and then I asked them what was that for, and then they said I should ask my superintendent or the superintendent who gave them the orders. So I told them honestly that I was not going to step there again. Well, I was a typist, grade 1 at that time, and my employers, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they needed me. So when I was released, I reported back to the ministry, and it was there that I was working then, and I asked them whether they were going to allow me to go back to Khartoum, and they said I should wait. I didn't know what the whole waiting should be. But when I was at the ministry, a friend of mine, we were all typists, brought a pamphlet that he had got from Washington, D.C., Louis Hotel Motel School. I was very much interested in it. So I applied to go there and learn hotel motel management. From there, I got to the United States, Washington, D.C. on 3rd September 1967. And on the 7th of September, classes began. I was there for, I think, 4 to 6 months when I graduated, and immediately started work at a restaurant, an Italian restaurant called Gestes Restaurant, Washington, D.C. It was there that I learned how to live in the United States. Anyway, I worked there for 8 months, and then I had problems there. The problem was that the accountant under whom I was working didn't like me, so I was sacked. Fortunately, I got a place at the Mayflower Hotel, a distinguished hotel for politicians and for high-class CEOs, chief executive officers of good companies. And then from there, I stayed there for nearly 2 years. And then I saved money and then went to California, San Francisco, to attend the San Francisco State University. Anyway, I worked and studied, and I was enrolled at the university for 4 years, where I got my first degree in philosophy. Then I came back to Ghana, worked with the Institute of African Studies for 3 years, and then I had a scholarship there to study for the Masters in African Studies, Sociology, African History, and Sociolinguistics. I failed the final examination, and there was no place for me to stay at the campus. My room was taken away from me for incoming students.